Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we're here with PromptLoop's launch week. We're talking about a lot of exciting features right now, but I wanted to highlight something that will help anyone who wants to use AI to move really fast. Pretty much anyone using spreadsheets with big data sets, leveraging AI in a way that's not going to ruin your data. We're going to talk about how you can generate and reformat a new column automatically. Let's jump over to PromptLoop. If you don't already have an account, you can sign up with the link below. But everything we're looking at is included with all PromptLoop plans, and you can get started today using these because we're launching this right now. Let's jump in. Hey, so here we are over looking at our demo PromptLoop dashboard. So PromptLoop lets you take data sets and run AI tasks on them. Usually we're looking at internet sources and doing things like going to websites, learning about companies, pulling back data points. It's like OpenAI's deep research, but on thousands of rows at a time. What I want to look at today is how we can make data management and processing a lot easier. So two problems people have a lot. One, the exact format they need for whatever they're doing next, whether that's making a report, going into a marketing campaign, updating a sales CRM, what have you. You need a very specific format for the data. So all PromptLoop tasks come back with really strictly defined formats. So you see this data set here. We have all answers of the same length looking for exactly what we want. But sometimes there might be a little bit of a tweak. And it's actually really hard to go from a description of what a company does or a list of their customers or products and go to something else. We're calling new text column generation. So what that really is self-explanatory. It lets you take any column that you have in your data set and make a new one. So if you think of when you're using an Excel formula to find maybe a string within a string, reformat a word, round a number down or up, it's just like that, but it's using AI on every single row. So let's just go and see how it works. So we can select options on our data set, and you see this option here at the bottom, instant gen column. So what first is going to do is going to load the 6 different columns that we already have in our data set that we can use as context. So we can go over here to options and click on the bottom option. And what it's going to do is load the 6 different columns that we already have in this data set that we can use as. So for this demo, let's say we have an overview of these companies and actually a list of their customers. And we want to combine these two. So say we want 3 or 4 words describing what some company sells and to who. So we want to come up with a fairly strict format from that takes the data we already have, basically just combines it together so we can use that new info. So I just selected more options and generate text as a new column. What this lets us do is select that overview we have. Here's a preview of the first row, the customers, and we're basically going to add in any instructions that we want. So this is like really any AI prompt. There's a little bit of experimentation here, but I'll just show you how it's quite easy to get to exactly what we want and then run it on each individual row. We can, in the instruction prompt, write anything. What I did is provided a short set of instructions and then 2 quick examples. I'm actually not sure if this is going to work, but the nice thing is we don't really have to worry about it. We can run a preview right away where it's going to pull 3 random columns from our data set, run them, actually do reasoning on each step, a little bit like the DeepSeek model works, and then provide an answer back to us. So this is giving us provide worksite intelligence. Let me run that again so I can see it. I'm going to pull 3 new rows. So you can do this as many times as you want until you're fully dialed in. It takes, as you see, a few seconds to run. So it provides climate solutions to climate conscious businesses. That's basically what I was looking for, but let me look at the other ones. Provides water management to agricultural corporations. I want it to be a little bit less formal, I think. So I'm going to add that in. Make it informal and does not need to be full sentence nor punctuated. So now I'm going to run a new preview. It's taking these new instructions. I have a typo in here. That's not a big deal. All that's getting self-corrected. Financial software for tech startups. Pretty snappy. That's much better. See, it's not capitalized now. It made that update automatically. All right, this looks great. Now all we can do is click this generate column button. It shoots this off to the same engine that runs all AI systems on PromptLoop. So what it's doing in the background, it's taking your entire data set, if it's 10 rows or 100,000, and running exactly what you just created on that to then come up with a new column for us for every single row. So you could come up with 3, 4, 5 new rows, reformat anything, get really creative. This is a super powerful tool, and it's included with any team account on PromptLoop. So it's not using any task credits. It's really fast. I mean, it's working really so far. So we're pretty excited to launch that. When the new column gets added, we see generated column show up in the data set. So this could be the first column. We could do this multiple times. The preview was pretty accurate. So you can see all of these are pretty dialed in. It's also going to get a view of the whole data set. So you're going to have pretty varied and nuanced results for each row. And you can use any of these other rows as inputs to that new column. So it could be take the company headcount and round it to the nearest 100. It could be summarize customers into one word, really anything, even reasoning steps. Look at this overview and tell me whether or not they sell to doctors. So this is just a fast and easy way to go even bigger and quicker with working with data in PromptLoop. All the options that you have here on filtering are available in that new column, and you can get started right now with any Excel file you upload to PromptLoop. If you need help, have questions to get started, reach out to the team at promptloop.com. This is day 2 of our launch week. Stay tuned and tune in for more to come. Thanks.